Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. So we've got a puzzle in front of us. It looks like it's part of a series. I haven't seen the first one, but I'm going to jump into this one anyway. And then we'll see what happens with the puzzle. And if it's really enjoyable, I might go back and try to find the other one. And there might be more as well that have been created since then. I think this one's about a week and a half since it's been posted, something like that. But it's called The Knight's Gambit. I can't tell if that's supposed to be a 1. The font on this sometimes kind of messes with me. But anyway, The Knight's Gambit 1, I'm going to say it's 1, by NAIF, or maybe that's I, or NA1F, and that could be a 1, either way. I guess I should have... Looks like it's an I in the another font, so we'll go to The Knight's Gambit I for some reason, and see what happens. So anyway, Knight's Series number 2, apparently. Fueled by wonder of logic, the Knight gambits his way through cage after cage. Normal Sudoku rules apply, so every row, column, and 3x3 box will contain the digits 1 through 9 once each. We've got killer cages, so digits in cages must sum to the number in the top left corner of the cage if given. So these will add to 9, these to 10, etc., etc. Then we have knights apart, so digits in cells that are single chess knights move away from any caged cell must differ from that cage cell by at least 5. That's interesting. Kind of a combination of Knight's moves and German whispers, essentially. But apparently it only applies to cage cells. So let's look at the example, i.e. digits in row 8, column 7, this is 8, this is 7, must, and row 7, column 8 must differ from the digit in row. Okay, it was going off this one. I was trying to figure out what the heck the correlation here. Must differ from the digit in row 9, column 9 by 5 or more, because this digit sees both of them by a knight's move. Okay, so if we were to figure out this one was a 2, let's say, these would have to be from 7s, 8s, and 9s, or something like that. Cool. So that's an interesting rule set. And I didn't read through this, so that gets me intrigued to try some of the other ones. I don't know if they use the same rule set or if they use a different type of logic here. So I'll have to go back and check those out at some point. But point remains, links in the description below. Let's get at this thing, give it a try. So we know this is a 7, so we'll start there. Do we know anything else? We're going to have to use this 7, right? Because we're going to know that this digit, and this digit must all differ from the 7 by at least 5. So they will be 1s and 2s. That's the only way you can go about it. Now these are a 1-2 pair. Now this one here sees both of those. So therefore this digit by knight's move must be 5 away from the 1 or the 2. So it has to be 6, 7. Well, it has to be away from both of them. So it can't be a 6. So it's 7, 8, or 9. If that's a 7, 8, or 9, this is a 2, 3, or 4. Now, can we propagate that? Because this guy here will see U, 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 and U. Not U, U. So all of these digits will be low digits because this is a high digit. So these will be 1, 2, 3, or 4. Oop, I didn't mean to do this one like that. What did I do? Hold on. Okay, there we go. So these will all be low digits because they're sitting next, or a knight's move away from this guy. That will force, well, do we want to think about U first, or do we want to think about the, I guess we keep on the cage, I think. So yeah, we can actually use an interesting point we could use here is that no cage could ever contain a 5, because how can you ever have other digits a knight's move away from them be different than by 5? You can't. So this can't be the 4. So this has to be the 8, 7, 6. Now we can run off of this guy and say U, 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 and U and U are all low digits. Now, we'll come back to that in a second, but these are from 1, 2, 3, and 4. Well, they can't ever be 4s because we can't put a 9 here. Now, because this guy sees this guy, this can't be a 6. So that's not a 6, which means this is not a 3. Okay, so we've got some propagation now of all this stuff going on. The question becomes, do we keep going down this road, or do we start looking at some of the groupings we have? Because, I mean, we can go all across the world with this thing. Because well, no, we can't, because it only comes from the cages, right? But this 2, 3, 4, we can. Because you, and you all have to be high digits. Now, they can't be 6s because this can't be a 1. So 7, 8, 9. This can't be a 4 because, as we see, this one sees this one. So this is not 4. This is not 7. Good. So we have a 7, 8, 9 pair. These have to be a 5, 6 pair because all that's left in this region. This has to be the 4. Now, this 4 is going to remove that 4. Now, it's also going to be oh, no, this is not a part of a cage. I keep getting caught into that. Only the cages, only the cages, only the cages. But this guy here does see this one, so this forces this to be a 9, which means this has to be the 2. And then we can probably break a lot of this stuff open. 1, 1. This is 3. This is 4. This is 3. This is not 1 or 3. This is not 2. This is 2. This is not 2. This is not 3. This isn't 3. Trying to pick through these so I don't miss anything, but we'll see how it works. Okay, so now this one here has to be 8. This is not 8 or 9, so it's 7. You're not 7, you're not 8. Now let's think about you again, because we said you, and you. Okay, so that doesn't actually do anything for us, because the 8 allows these to all be 1s, 2s, or 3s. Now the 2 here is not doing anything. The 9 here doesn't necessarily do anything either. The point is, how are we getting into this one? Maybe, yeah, you. So this guy here is a knight's move away from you. So you have to be low, 1, 2, 3, or 4. That forces this to be 6, 7, 8, or 9. Now let's work off of these guys a little bit. You, and you are high digits, 6, 7, 8, 9. You're not 9. Therefore, you can't be a 4 anymore. You can't be a 6. How about we go now to this guy? Because you and you have to be low digits. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one can't be 3 or 4. This one can't be 2. Trying to make sure, again, we're not losing our perspective on what some of these digits are. I think we have enough information, though. Like this one here has to be a high digit as well. So it's 6, 8, or 9. Not massively helpful, but it's... Oh, wait, no, it doesn't. Not in a cage. I want to punch myself in the head sometimes. Oh, it's so hard for me to keep my mind. Oh, wait, what we can do this, we can do the opposite direction. This is high, okay. Because it sees this. Now, it also sees this guy, and that's it. So this is low. 2, 3, or 4. Now, if this is low, this can't, or if this can't be a 1, this can't be a 6. Okay. Okay, now, do we have anything we can work with in the rest of this puzzle? See if there's anything Sudoku-based that we can really clamp onto, or if we need to start looking back at some of these. Because I don't see anything necessarily. One of these is a 3. One of these is a 3. Oh, here we go. No, one of these two is a 3. And that's not getting us very far. Let's keep on. See if we can pull anything out here. Doesn't look like it on the lows. It's 8s and 9s. No, okay, so we're going to have to find some other useful determinations now. I think we sorted all of these guys out. Just make sure there's nothing. Yeah, these are all high enough. Oh, this one right here. It sees this one, so it obviously can't be a 5. It's a 6. This is a 5. That 6 removes U as an option. Okay. That 6 isn't going to do too much for us there. Did you do anything further? Yes, we can go further on this guy. I just missed that one. You, and you are all going to be high digits. And they can be any because it is a 1. Now these obviously can't be a 7. This can't be 6 or 8. This can't be 7 or 9. Actually, this 9 here sees this. I didn't see that until now, so that gives a 6 and a 4 by our markings. Did that 8 do anything? Not necessarily. Okay. I think I got everything else. Let me just do a quick look. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. I think so. Okay. Let's look at this row real quick then. It's 1, 2, and 5. Did that do anything? Not really. Okay. What about these guys? These are all high digits. 6, 7s, 8s, and 9s. This can't be a 7. That's not really saying much, though. Can we get into this guy further? Was there something here that... It sees you, and you, and you. Yeah. I was going to say, can it be a 3, but it can, because these could be an 8-9 pair. And that would perfectly leave a 7 here. Now, if these were a 6-7 pair, this would be a 1 and a 9. That works out fine. Could still be any of those. Okay. This 3 here says this, though, can't be a 3, so this can't be a 7. Now, well, yeah, we've removed the thing that would have caused the problem, so that's not a problem. We have a 1-2 pair here, which means this is not a 1. What are you guys? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. Not 7. Okay. So there's going to be something in here I'm just not quite seeing that's going to be very useful for us. Just have to find it. Let me do another quick sweep with the Sudoku just to make, yeah, the 1 here says this is 2, 1, 3. There we go. That's all we really needed was that. 2, 8. These are not 8s. The 2 says this is not a 6, so this becomes 8. This becomes 6. That 6 says this isn't. That's a 7-9 pair. Good, just making sure again we see things. These have to be 4 and 5, so this is 5, this is 4. Good. This is not 8. None of these are 8s. The 2s, do we have anything more now with those? This is a 2-3 pair, so we can get rid of the 4. We have an 8-9 and a 2-3. That 2-3 says this is 4. Now that just saw, it was seen from this one, so we didn't get to do anything with it, but that causes the 3 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 2. Good. Okay. What else do we now have? 7, 9 pair there. I feel like I have to go back through Sudoku because we've removed so many things that I can't keep track of what was what. One of those 2. This is a 1. Therefore, this isn't. One of these 2 is, and one of these 2 is. So that's good to go there. Let's look at those 2s now. One of those 2 is. In fact, this 3 just says this is the 2 and this is the 3. Let's do it the easy way. These are not 2s, so they are a 1, 5 pair. This has to be from 6, 7, and 9. What's left over in the region? What's this digit? It's a given of 5. One of those is a. What are these 3 actually? Now that we're looking down here, 4. Okay, so this is a 4, 5 pair. This is the 6. We have a 7, 8, 9, so these have to be 4 and 5 again. And this one is 5, and this one is 4. Good. 5 creates 1, 5. These are not 5s. This one is. What are these 2? We need a 4 and a 6. This is 6. This is 4. This is not 6. This is not 6. So we get a 7, 9 pair. So this is 8, and this is a given 1. Perfect. And that should finish the 1s, the 2s, and probably 3s and 4s if we look close enough. 3. 3. Yeah, we're just getting into Sudoku now to kind of sort all this stuff out. This is 5 and 4. This is 4. Those are done now. Look at the 5s, should be done. This is a 5. We just have to write the last ones in, I think. This is 5, and I think that was the last. Yep, 6s. Because here, this is just a given 9, which is going to break a lot of things open. 6, 7, 9, 8, 9. This is not 9. This becomes 7, 9, 6, 6, 7, 9, 7, 8, and 7, 9. This is 9. This is 7. This is a given 7. What are these guys? 8 and 9. This is 9 and 8. This has to be 9. Good. What are these last 2? 7 and 8. So that's 7. That's 8. This is 8. This is 7. There we go. Cool. Orange for the odds. To be continued. Okay. I don't know what that means. I must have had to see something about the Knight's Gambits to do that. But very fun puzzle. I really did enjoy that one. I liked the combination of the German Whisper with the killer cage. I don't think I've seen that specific grouping before, and it really worked well in how it forces certain things to kind of jump around, like he is saying. Not like the House of Pain song, but you know the point. Anyway, I really enjoyed that one, so I'm going to have to go back and look and see what the other series ones are, and see if I can get those onto the channel as well. See if they're as much fun as this one. But anyway, hope y'all enjoyed this one. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. You guys are doing great there. I must say that there are a bunch of people that watch these videos that aren't subscribed, so if you guys do subscribe, that will make this channel that much better. If you've made it this far into the video. Probably not, but who knows. Anyway, I'll see y'all in the next one. Thanks a lot.